Tomorrow's Gent-Wevelgem. How's your form coming into the race?
Yeah, I think it's almost where I want it to be now. It's been a little bit longer coming than the last years, and due to a couple of things in the off season and the pre-season. But I feel really confident. Milan San Remo, I had an okay ride. I was on antibiotics till 2 or 3 days before, so to get through that race and be with not Fabian and Gerrans and Nibali, but was in the second group which got split on the descent. So it gave me a lot of confidence before I come here. I think I've recovered well now. Still a little bit tired on the Wednesday, but I'm feeling really good before tomorrow.
In San Remo, I mean, up until the last climb, it had all stayed together relatively. I mean, were you really thinking that it could all come down to a big bunch sprint?
Yeah, I still had that in my mind. That's why I was hanging on to stay in there. And I did think for a little while, especially about halfway up, I was thinking, it was a real possibility that it was going to be a bunch sprint of 30 guys, 40 guys. Well, the number or whatever was left. And we were lucky we had 2 options, and the plan was for Simon to follow the moves on the climb, and he's been in incredible form all year, and he did that perfectly. And the plan for me was to stay in that front group, and if it come back together, then we had another really good option. And if it hadn't split on the descent, it might have been a bit more of a interesting final. But for me, for the team, it was perfect. I'm really happy for Simon, and I did think there was a chance for the win there still.
This time last year, you had a number of wins already under your belt. Obviously, Milan San Remo being the biggest. This year, it's like you said, the form has been a little bit slower to come. What's been the main reason for that, or has it been almost deliberate to start a little bit slower?
Certainly was a little bit more deliberate to start slower. Last year I had really good form right from the 1st of January, and I got to San Remo and that was pretty much the last straw. I was done after that. So we deliberately, I had a bigger break this year because I didn't have such a break the year before. So I had 4 weeks off the bike this year and really recovered. And when I got back on the bike, I actually had a knee issue flare up, and I missed about 2 to 3 weeks of training in December. So that really knocked me back, that important time. So I had to use down under in Oman to come into form, where last year they were the races I was really going well in already. So it's been a combination of we planned to be coming into form later and then got knocked back a little bit. But I'm confident now that I'm in the shape I need to be in.
And I remember this time last year, like you said, just after Milan San Remo, you kind of just balled over, and I think you got sick and you missed a few races.
Yeah. Well, last year I was, I had a great run right up till San Remo, and a few days after that I was, I was pretty crook. I was in bed. I flew up and raced Gent-Wevelgem, but I made the decision before Gent-Wevelgem to actually just ride to the feed, or I was going to see how I went, and after 50 kilometres I knew I wasn't feeling very good. So the plan was to come out, try and get healthy again for Flanders, and unfortunately after racing that bit I come down even more sick. So I ended up getting okay in the week from Flanders to Roubaix, and I felt like I was going okay again. But during Roubaix I broke a chain in the middle of the forest, Ardenberg, and I sat in the side of the road till the last guys come past. That was pretty much my race over again.
Tomorrow, Gent-Wevelgem again. You've been 3rd in 2009 in atrocious conditions. It looks like it's going to be fantastic conditions for tomorrow. It looks like another bunch sprint and a chance to get that win.
Certainly, I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow. It is a really good chance to get a win. The team's been riding incredible, winning races with every team that we're running at the moment. And it's going to be a different race, I think, to 2009. That was really windy, really cold, really wet, and it was split into about 30 guys in the front after 5 or 10 kilometres, I think. I don't think we're going to see that tomorrow. I think that it will still be a smaller bunch come to the finish because of the technical course. It's a lot of up and down, a lot of small roads, and you don't need a lot of wind when the race is like that. So I think there'll be a small group come to the finish, but I'm confident that I can, hopefully notch up my first win or first result of the season.
Sure. Baden Cook, teammate now. I mean, he's done top 15 before, I think twice. Will he be your final lead out man?
We're gonna have to have a look at it. We've got a lot of good guys here actually. We've got a really good team for Sunday. We've got Sebastian, who's going well, Stewie O'Grady, who's going well. He's always a great pilot to have in the final of these races. Baden, who's another super experienced guy, and he's got that punch at the finish, which is going to come in very handy when it comes to the small group that might arrive at the finish. And we've got the beauty of having numbers, and we've got many guys that can do very similar jobs, and Baden will be a vital part of that.
And who do you see as your main rivals? Could it be a world scenario again with you, Cav, and Andre Greipel?
Yeah, look, definitely. Cav's definitely in great form. He had a bad day in San Remo, but he's in really good shape. He looks like he's almost as skinny as he is at the Tour de France, and Greipel's obviously going really well. He's going to be hungry, so we can't just limit it to those guys, especially now. There's so many guys that are really going well. You've got Freire, who had a good race yesterday, Boonen, who won yesterday. There's Farrar, there's really a lot of guys, and you can't just pinpoint one person. I think these days there's a lot of people that can possibly win the race.